Good evening. Happy Easter Sunday, everyone. Hope everyone is well. My name is Tabrice, the creator of the Amateur Football Platform and also the creator of the Stoppage Time Penalty Show. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Today's show is going to be, I'd say, action-packed, hopefully short as well, but I'm here to kind of answer all your questions and also talk about the game that happened yesterday. Catford versus Sporting Santos. So let's kind of go straight into it. My name is Reese. As I said before, the creator of this platform. Thank you guys for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, do all of the great things. And as you can see, it's just me. I wasn't even going to do a show today, but I thought, you know what? Let me kind of put in like the hard work. Let me put in like the hard graft. I'm kind of not at home. I'm kind of at the parents with the kids and like whatnot. So if there's interference and noise coming in, it is what it is. But again, thank you guys for tuning in. So yeah, before I talk about the game, let me go through the results from yesterday from the Southern Vets Football League. There was no games, I believe, in Division 1. So the table looks like this: Charcoal, who are crowned champions, first, Glebe second, LSU third, Stansfield fourth, Johnson Phillip fifth, New Park sixth, Michigan seventh, Defiance eighth, and yeah, because Cudham folded. And the games for next week: Charcoal versus Sporting Kits, and that is a London Cup semi-final, which the Amateur Footballer is a proud sponsor. And in the league, Metrogas versus Stansfield. So let's go to Division 2. These games that happened yesterday: Catford, Wanderers 2, Sporting 4, Wallenham a 3, Bow Street Runners 1. And this is what the table's looking like: Sporting first, Independent second, Cray third, Wallenham fourth, London South B fifth, Catford sixth, Seaga seventh, Bow Street eighth, Leone Stars ninth, Norwood Lakers 10th. So let's go into the following week: 23rd, Catford versus Bow Street, Seagas versus Cray, and Sporting Santos versus Independent. What a week of fixtures we have. And yeah, wow. Well, as I kind of said before, I'll be kind of doing my own review on the Catford Sporting Santos. I was actually at the game yesterday. And again, this is, my opinion. I'm going to break it down as much as I possibly can. And again, if there's any questions or comments, please feel free to put them in the comment box and then I answer them. So let's start off. So yesterday, Catford versus Santos. It was a game that everyone knew would be a very interesting watch since Catford beat Santos in the League Cup semi-final. And I think for me, I had a feeling I thought it was going to be a draw. I'm not going to lie to you, but literally I thought it'd be Santos losing it, then Catford winning. Purely on the basis of like what happened like the previous week. So anyway, in terms of like the game, I literally just arrived when Santos scored like the first goal. I'm not too sure how it actually happened, but I saw Nana, the Catford keeper, come out, try to tackle someone, he missed, and then it was an open goal, and they scored 1-0 to Santos. And I kind of still felt, you can come in if you want, but you've got to close the door. I kind of felt even at 1-0, and again it was kind of still very, very, very even. Nothing much in either side. But I kind of felt that Catford would have probably produced maybe a couple of more openings after Santos scored. However, for me, this is probably like the turning point. Santos' second goal. I don't know the player's name, and I'll be kind of mentioning like a few things later on in the feed. But it was a kind of clever work ball into like that kind of outside left channel, and yeah, the kind of Catford centre back just got suck it in, and he kind of went down, tried to kind of tackle inside the box, which is, I'm not gonna say it's a cardinal sin, but if you're gonna go down, especially in the box, you've got to be 100% sure. And it was a kind of obvious penalty. They dispatched it, and I knew even at 2-0, there was no way Santos was gonna let this go. They were aggressive, as I've kind of said on numerous occasions. They were focused, and they literally knew that. Well, they can literally smell blood 100%. And at the time, I was kind of looking at some of the Catford players. I was kind of looking at, of course, the kind of talisman, Ainsley, and literally Ainsley wasn't really in the game. I was kind of looking at, okay, well, who else is gonna, even lead them from the front? And I think they've like got a player called Ashley, really kind of like it looked like a really kind of decent player. But again, he was kind of struggling to really kind of get into the game. Seb as well had like a couple of runs, but again, nothing to kind of really harp on about. He literally made himself available a couple of times. It's just that final ball that was like the issue.
Daddy, do you know where Grandma is?
I think she's upstairs.
Yeah, Papa. Where?
Try upstairs in the bedroom. So, what was the score at halftime? Was it yeah, it was kind of 2 at halftime. I think it was 2-0 at halftime. Yeah, second half, Santos just came out and again just literally just dominated play. They're like third goal, I believe. You know what? It's kind of very easy for me to say Nana was out of his. It was literally out of position, but he made it easier for the Santos striker to actually lob him. Maybe because Nana wasn't too sure about what was going on at centre back, possibly. So so that's why he was so like far out, out of his goal. But like it was an easy third, and again Santos were there to turn the screw, really turn the screw. And again, I was kind of looking around. Actually, there was kind of one like player that was really that really impressed me. Yinka for like Catford. Very not kind of underrated, but again, if you kind of don't watch how he plays, like he plays the ball really, really, really simple. He kind of keeps things ticking over, and he was like the kind of I'd say one of like the only players that really just wanted to kind of carry on playing, and he was the one at that time to literally give the fight to kind of Catford. And again, because he was wearing Umbro boots as well, I noticed that he was wearing Umbro boots. The only baller that I know that used to wear Umbro boots was Alan Shearer. So okay, cool. But yeah, big like shout out to Yinka in the middle of the park. But again, Santos, from like goalkeeper to their front three, just literally causing havoc every single time, and they scored the fourth, and I really thought it was going to be a rout. I really thought, it was going to be 5, 6, 7. Tony didn't really have particularly the best game. Gaps was playing at left back. I'm not too sure why. Possibly numbers, but again, he was, for like me, he was kind of wasted there. And actually, what I heard, which was very very interesting, Lee. So Leon from like Catford, he was kind of getting it from the side, And after Santos scored the fourth, he was like, guys, go and get a fifth. Go and get a sixth. He didn't want his team to like let up, which is absolutely right. They smelt blood and they really wanted to make a statement. And again, you know, there was only going to be one winner at that present moment in time. I think Johnny kind of came on. You know, he kind of made a bit of an impact. You know, I think he got one. Ainsley got into the game as well. Maybe Santos just literally eased off the pedal. Seb created some really good opportunities, and again, it's just their final ball. You know, there were kind of really decent opportunities that if I think if it was a different game, in a kind of different circumstance, you know, it could have been a tricky last 5 or 10 minutes. But Santos deserved to win. I think Catford, after their cup heroics against Santos, I don't know if like a few of them were literally probably thinking about the cup final and really not kind of getting injured and like whatnot. And it's going to be very interesting now to see how the kind of Catford team and also like how like the Catford management actually manage this situation now. You know, I think they can only get fourth, but you know they've got an opportunity to actually get silverware. So does that mean they're going to be resting some of their key players? Are they going to play them? It's going to be a very, very, very interesting situation. But again, Santos deserve to win 100%. In terms of, and actually, let me say, even after the game, it's not even just the relief, but you could just see the like, I'd say the kind of positive anger, and I kind of call it positive anger that they brought out to the independent guys, because you know the independent lads were like there. You know, there's a few of us there, and they, you know, we kind of made our presence felt there as well. So you know, again, you know, even after like the game, there was kind of some heated words, which I think both teams will not forget when it kind of comes to the like fixture. But again, credit where credit's due. Santos deserved to win 100%. Like there was no ifs or buts. And I think what kind of makes it really interesting now is, and kind of let me kind of go to the table. So as the table stands now, and it's a kind of psychological thing now. Independent have been top for the majority of the season, and with the last game of the season left, Santos are now top. Yes, by goal difference, but that psychological battle, Santos are now saying, you know what? Now you've got to chase us now. So Independent have to beat Santos. Santos doesn't, you know, they as long as Santos do not lose, they'll be crowned champions. Independent have to win. I cannot imagine Santos at home coming to play a draw. It's just, you know, like it won't happen. However, just seeing that table now, Independent second, it just looks weird because we've been top for so long. So you know, again, next week is going to be very, very, very interesting. 100% best division in the league. 100%. It's if like someone could write a script of this, is, you know, this would be like the ideal thing. 100%. Last game of the season, you know, whoever wins will be crowned champions. Will Independent go to Santos's ground and literally, you know, really kind of, well, not gate crash, but you know, literally kind of win like everything that you know, but they deem is, well, not rightfully theirs, but hey, like I think both like teams think that they deserve to be crowned champions. There was like a lot of talk even after the game that, listen, like the like championship is kind of going home to Santos or Independent. And again, this is literally what we want. So yeah, it's going to be very, very, very interesting. And again, with like kind of a Catford now, they have to lick their wounds and move like forward. And again, good luck for them in the League Cup against either Glebe or Metrogas. So let's kind of go to the key players for Sporting Santos. Again, apologies if I kind of get names wrong, but you know, in kind of my opinion, these are the key players: Ashley, Cedric, and Leon. So the reason why I've said Leon is he has he has one of the sweetest left foots around. If you kind of give him any kind of opportunities around the box, corners, set pieces, and if he's on it, he has a left foot that will, that will hurt you. Do I think he is better as a left back than a left midfielder? I think he's a better left back. I think if he's kind of coming onto a ball, that's literally where he's going to become a lot more dangerous. And again, it's going to be a very, interesting battle. Well, that's if Leon plays. And again, I'm kind of going on if like these like particular players play. I'm going to go with Cedric. Cedric, I've seen play a couple of times. Center forward, strong, holds up the ball well. He like brings people in, and you've always got to be looking over your shoulder. And again, if like he's on it and if he's firing, it's going to be very, it's going to, it possibly could be a long day for the Independent back four. So it's going to be very, very, very interesting to see if Cedric plays, if he's available, etc. Ash, I believe was it's kind of close to him, and there was another striker that had dreads that were man of the match yesterday. Ash brings like a lot of energy, a lot of intelligence, calmness. And again, like it doesn't shirk away from challenges. It's yes, like he kind of may not be quote unquote like the kind of tallest player on the pitch, but I mean I've like seen him go into challenges. Like, he doesn't back out. He just does not back out, and it's going to be very, very interesting to see where management decide to play him. I've got my own opinions about where Santos should actually play him, which I'll probably talk about later on. No. Yes, you know what? Funny enough, how you kind of mentioned Gary. Gary has a presence. So like the Santos keeper, and like we always go back and forth with like Gary. I've got a lot of time for Gary. Funny enough, Gary has a presence, and I think in Div 2, if you're looking at consistency, this season, Gary's been the best keeper in the division. Made some outstanding saves. Again, like he's not afraid to kind of speak his mind as a goalkeeper should. He's kind of made some crucial saves. Crucial saves. If his head's in the game, which I believe it will be, again, he's a colossus in goal. He could possibly be the difference for Santos in the kind of last game. But yeah, 100%. I would say in like Div like 2, I can't talk about any other divisions, but I think in Div 2, Gary's been like the best keeper. Simple as that. So let's kind of talk about the independent key players, and these are the ones that I've singled out. So let's go with Nino in the middle. Nino, and like he would probably admit it's not been his best season, but again, you can't expect someone to be full throttle again season after season after season. is kind of not only his pace, but his movement as well, that will literally cause every single team problems. I believe next week, where whatever side Nino's will be on, if it's right, left, or even if he plays, it's going to be problems for the, either their fullback, left or right. And again, that's the reason why I can also focus on Lee. Actually, you know what? Hold on. Sorry. Apologies. Let me just apologize. Let me kind of go back one, because this is literally where I'm going to get like something wrong. So the key players for like Santos, so Santos had a striker that scored, that literally created the penalty, and I think he scored 2. Yeah. And what and literally what I noticed, and literally this is kind of literally where like you really got to really kind of focus on the player. He like has a 7-step count, and I don't know if it's something that, and literally I don't know if I'm kind of giving away your kind of trade secret right now, but you've got a 7-step count. I don't know even if you even know. So when he kind of makes his runs, he either makes his runs for 5 seconds or 3 seconds. So for the penalty, he took 5 strides, stopped, and then 3 bursts to literally get the penalty. And I kind of watched. I was like, okay, he's kind of got like a different stride pattern, or literally, I don't know if he's counting in his head. And then I watched him again. There was a run that he made. He kind of he kind of run across the line for like 3 steps, and then like he bursted through. I think he was offside, but after like the 4th step, like the ball got to him. So I was thinking, okay, there's a 7-step pattern here that I'm seeing. I couldn't see it on the other side, but I believe it was either a 3 or 4 second pattern where he scored the lob, where like he darted left for 3 or 4, and then darted forward for like 5. And I'm thinking, okay, this guy, I don't know what level that you've played at, and it's the striker with the dreads that was on our side and said, I've not played against you guys for like a bit, but like he's there next week. Trust me, he's got a 7-step plan. He's got a 7-step plan, and like he's always on the and like he's always left, so like he'll drift in. So whoever's playing either right back or the centre back on the right side for Independent, again, it's it's going to be it could be a long day. I'm not going to say it's going to be, but like it could be. Apologies, I don't know your name. I do not know your name. But like you've like got a 7-step plan, and I see it. So let me go to again like the key players for Independent. So again, I'm literally expecting Nino to be direct, and again creating opportunities for others. And again, when he's kind of through on goal, I'm telling you, I mean, again, I'm literally expecting either a goal or an assist. So yeah, Nino's going to be like a key player. Jamix at left back. Jamix is probably one of the most committed players I've ever known, in terms of how literally how he tackles and the kind of commitment to the cause. And I know Jamix is going to be ready for this battle 100%. And whoever's going to be down Santos's right side, you have to be on your game. You've got to be on your A game. But also as well, Jam, when Jam wins that ball, his first thinking is like, can I go and support my midfield? Can I go support my forwards? Can I get up there and literally create an overlap? Jamex is going to be crucial. If he's picked, if Jamex is picked, he's going to be crucial at like left back, because again, he is one of the only people that can not only command his area, but also command that side of the pitch, especially when you're playing down the Santos' side. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see that battle commence. But again, that's the reason why he's kind of got his ball. Well, that's the reason why he's got the ball in his hands, because again, like, he likes to tackle. Like, he will not shirk away at all. And the far left, depending on how you're looking, Nathaniel, for me, is the best midfielder in this division. 100%. He's got everything. He can tackle, he can drive with it, he can score, he can header, and he can literally play any position. And I think he's even played in goal as well. So Nathaniel is going to be a key component for Independent. He has now grown into this kind of I'd say kind of leadership role, because when he kind of first came to the club, he was kind of very, very quiet. It's probably only now where we're now seeing his actual verbal leadership qualities. He does his talking on the pitch, but now we are hearing him, and literally when Nathaniel talks, people listen, and literally people do exactly what he says. Nathaniel is the best midfielder in this division. Let me just repeat that. And again, this all depends if he's available, if he's fit, if he plays as well. So, again, I'm not, I don't want to pick a team if like players are not fit. But these three players are going to be key for Independent, 100%. Let's go on to the next. Okay, so it's gosh, I mean, who's going to be crowned champions? All right, I'm going to be honest with you. Yeah. Oh, actually, before I do that, let me kind of show you exactly what I literally found as well. So, like, in terms of form at this present moment in time, Santos are the form team in the division. Out of their 5, they've drawn 1 and won 4, and they've literally won the last 4. Independent are the second best form team in the division. Haven't lost in the last 5, drawn 2 and won 3, and their last game that they won. And they won that convincingly against Wallenham A. And again, that was potentially a game where we thought it could be quite tricky, as Wallenham A actually beat Santos 4. Again, I can't comment on the Wallenham team that actually played Santos because we weren't there. But who would be crowned champions? I will categorically say whoever wins the midfield battle. Whoever wins the midfield battle will be crowned champions on that day. And if there's one thing that I'm gonna say to like both managers in terms of what I've seen, and again, that's a Santos management team and the Independent management team, you have to play Nathaniel in the center of midfield if he's available, and you've got to play Ash in center of midfield if he's available. Those two are going to be your key players. If those two go head to head, and if I think how I think the game's going to go, those two, it's going to be an absolute ding dong of a battle. Yes, the first game that we played, where Independent beat them, it wasn't like the best game. Independent won. The pitch wasn't great, but it wasn't great for both teams. But again, at Santos' ground with a decent pitch, hopefully the weather will hold up. A little bit of rain wouldn't go amiss. Whoever wins that midfield battle will win the game, because like the teams are, as you said, as you guys have seen, they're evenly matched, apart from goal difference. apart from goal difference, they're evenly matched. Yes, there's probably a few positions that independent that probably need to be sorted out. Again, yeah, like it is what it is. I like Santos. What was very interesting with Santos against Catford is that they used the like subs. They literally rotated, bringing people off, bringing people on, and then using, and then literally again bringing on the like subs that kind of came off, almost kind of keeping everyone fresh. And yes, they kind of lost a bit of momentum, probably put their foot off the gas a little bit, but they were still in control of that game against Catford. And you kind of have to look at that, overall in terms of how like they set up and literally what winning this league will literally mean. And I've kept, and of course for independent from Division 5, from the like we've gone up every single division. We've not had anything handed out to us. We've had to fight. We had to scrap. We've like won the Beckenham Cup twice. We've like gone up the ladder step by step. So again, like we've not been given anything. We've been had, there's no handouts. There's been no handouts here. And again, getting 16, 17 players every single week at independent shows how like much the management structure actually works, and literally how like people actually want to come and like not only play but support the team. 16, 17 players and every single week. Amazing, absolutely amazing. So again, whoever wins the midfield battle, that's all I can say. Guys, if anyone is free who doesn't play for either team, get down to Bellingham Leisure Centre, SE6 free BT. I believe it's a 2:00 kickoff. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Let's, if like there could be a crowd of about 50 to 100 people, last game of the season, whoever wins the league. There's no ifs or buts. And of course, Cray have a say in terms of who like may or may not go up. I'm not discarding Cray Wanderers at all. But at this present moment in time, these two teams are the best two teams in the league. So if you can go and support, please come down. Let's see if we can, get at least 50 to 100 people down here. And then afterwards, whoever wins, let's all go for a drink. And again, exactly what like happened at Catford, like we were all mixing, laughing, having like banter. That's exactly what it should be at like vets level. If there's any questions, please feel free to find them in. Kelvin. Okay, so Kelvin is the number, I think he plays number 9 for Santos. Yeah, I know your movement. But again, that's very, 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 very clever. And again, like if he's available, I believe he's the player that got sent off when we first played Catford last season, when we were playing in Wallington. But again, if like he's available, he's going to be a very, very, very tricky player. But no, hey, like I'm actually really looking forward to this. And again, exactly what like Paul said, if you can get a league. Oh, another thing as well. I'm going to literally just put it out there. I would love for this game to have 3, not of course we're going to have like a referee, but 2 other officials that will do the line. This is too big of a game for opponents to be running the line. There was even yesterday, there was 2 or 3 occasions where the Santos player was actually offside, but the Santos linesman wasn't up with play. And imagine if they scored. So, you know, again, if like Nana's out there or like anyone from the committee, from Independent and Santos, speak to the league committee now and get 2 official lines people or assistant referees. And you know, if you've got to pay extra, then I'm sure that both sets of players will literally agree to that. This is too big of a game, to leave it by chance. If there's kind of any questions, please feel free to put it in the chat box, and then I'll answer. If not, I will end the stream. But again, thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe. Again, thank you to all of the guys that actually watch. I mean, I spoke to a few players yesterday that literally watch the show avidly. And again, thank you for your just support and your suggestions. Honestly, it does mean a lot. More than you actually know. So again, thank you to everyone yesterday that literally kind of came up to me and kind of literally spoke about the show. So yeah, okay, cool. Well, literally apart from that, I've got some things happening this week. I'm not going to say nothing until the videos come out. Again, next week, the 23rd, Santos versus Independent. Whoever wins, yeah, let me say whoever wins the league, wins Division 2 outright. So guys, thank you so much. My name is Tabrice, and hey, yeah, again, thank you guys for watching and supporting. I will see you next week, Sunday, again from 8 until 9:30. Thank you guys. Have a blessed Easter Sunday. I bid you farewell.